Hello and welcome to the weekend edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The Indian spacecraft, Aditya L1, the country's first mission to study the sun, has reached its final orbit 4 months after it began its journey. Built at a cost of 400 crore rupees, the 1,500 kilogram satellite is the first space-based Indian observatory to study the sun, nearly 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth. The mission was launched from the Space Center in Sriharikota. The observatory will monitor changing space weather and warn scientists about solar storms and flares that may impact the working of satellites. The Indian Space Agency ISRO said it has over 50 operational satellites in space and other assets worth 50,000 crore rupees that need to be protected against the wrath of the sun. The key driving force behind India's solar mission is scientist Nigar Shaji, who serves at the U.R. Rao Satellite Center in Bengaluru. She is the director of the Solar Observatory and one of many women behind complex satellite missions. A native of Tenkasi in Tamil Nadu, she received her initial education in a state-run school and took up an engineering course at the Kamaraj University in Madurai. She revealed that hard work and close family support played a key role in her career as a scientist. She indicated that only talent matters at the Indian Space Agency and said, India now joins a select club of nations which operate space-based observatories. The Global Investors Meet hosted by the Tamil Nadu government opens in Chennai on Sunday. Thousands of dignitaries from around the world are expected at the World Trade Center as the event raises hopes of bringing fresh investments to the state. Reports said representatives from 50 countries are expected to attend the conference, which will showcase the business opportunities in the state to global investors. Media reports said more than 100 renowned speakers will take part in the event on Sunday and Monday. The government hopes both homegrown and international trading conglomerates will make use of the business-friendly environment in the state and invest in large projects that will create new jobs and generate revenue. Thousands of runners hit the roads as the Chennai Marathon kicked off alongside the iconic Marina Beach this morning. Reports said 35% of the participants at the 12th edition of the event were women. According to reports, more than 20,000 runners took part in the event along the East Coast Road, with the finish line at the Maritime University. Reports said visually impaired runners, people with prosthetic limbs, and those on wheelchairs also took part. The marathon was held for 3 distances of 42, 32, and 10 kilometers. Reports said the race will be certified by the Association of International Marathons and Distance Races and recognized by Abbott World Marathon Majors. The first bull taming event of the season was held in eastern Tamil Nadu, which traditionally kicks off the week-long harvest festival. State Minister Maya Nathan and district official Mercy Ramya unveiled the event. The bulls were let loose, one by one, into a special arena where the tamers and the animals grappled for supremacy. The contest is seen as an opportunity for the tamers to showcase their bravery and intelligence. The bull taming event is regulated by the state government, and reports said about 700 trained bulls and 300 tamers have been cleared by the authorities to participate in the contest. Motorcycles and household goods were handed out as prizes for the tamers and owners of the bulls. For the first time, the Tamil-speaking population of Sri Lanka staged a bull taming event as part of the annual Harvest Festival. About 200 bulls and more than 100 tamers participated in the competition in the northeastern city of Trincomalee. The governor of the northeastern province, Senthil Tondaman, took part as the event kicked off. The festival is a time when people travel to their hometowns to stay with their families and meet friends and relatives. The ethnic Tamil people of Sri Lanka have a shared culture with the people of Tamil Nadu, where the Harvest Festival is celebrated on a large scale. The Indian Navy rescued all 21 crew members, including 15 Indians, from a merchant vessel that was hijacked in the Arabian Sea. Marine Commandos or Marcos boarded the ship on Friday after a distress call was received by the military organization, the UK Maritime Trade Operations. Reports said the Indian Navy launched a helicopter from one of its ships on anti-piracy patrol in the Arabian Sea before sending commandos to secure the ship. Last month, India deployed several warships in the region to maintain a deterrent presence after a string of attacks on commercial shipping. In December, a drone attack hit the Chem Pluto tanker 200 nautical miles off the coast of India. It is not clear who was behind the attack, but India has vowed to find the attackers. The Enforcement Directorate has arrested a former municipality chairman in West Bengal in connection with corruption in the public food distribution system. The arrest of Shankar Adya came after raids on his house in North 24 Parganas district, and reports said rupees 8 lakhs have been seized from him. The state food minister Jyoti Priya Malik has already been arrested in the case. On Friday, a mob of 800 people attacked the agency's officials in the district when they tried to search the home of a leader belonging to the governing Trinamool Congress party. The agency said 3 officials suffered serious injuries and the mob snatched their phones and laptops. It said the attackers were members of the Trinamool Congress. A fire that swept through a train in Bangladesh has killed 4 people and injured many. Local media reports said the blaze on Benapole Express, which occurred in Gopibagh, destroyed 5 compartments. The incident comes just days before the general elections, and police said it suspected sabotage and the victims have not been identified yet. Police also said those who set off the fire might have been on the train as passengers. Officials said people could still be trapped in the wreckage and rescuers were searching for survivors. In the polls on Sunday, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is seeking a 4th straight term, and her win looks inevitable as the main opposition parties are boycotting the election. The door of a passenger aircraft blew off in midair minutes after it took off from a U.S. airport, but it turned back and landed safely. Videos shot by passengers on the Boeing 737 MAX 9 operated by Alaska Airlines showed the mid-cabin door completely separated from the aircraft. The incident was reported at Portland International Airport in the state of Oregon. There were 171 passengers and 6 crew on the plane when the door broke off. Real-time airplane tracker Flight Radar 24 said the plane had climbed to an altitude of about 16,000 feet at the time of the incident. Alaska Airlines said it was investigating the incident and information will be shared as soon as it becomes available. In a major speech, U.S. President Joe Biden has described Donald Trump as a fundamental threat to American democracy. In his first campaign speech of 2024 in Pennsylvania, he said, "Whether democracy is still America's sacred cause is the most urgent question of our time." Biden was referring to the January 20, 21 attack on the U.S. Capitol, which ex-President Trump is accused of inciting. Trump hit back, saying the speech was pathetic fear-mongering and said Biden was the threat to democracy. After highlighting his economic agenda, Biden's standing in the polls has not improved over the past year, which has forced him to shift to democracy. President Biden's allies within his party appeared pleased with his decision to change course. The U.S. Supreme Court has said it will hear a historic case to decide if Donald Trump can run for president. The court agreed to take up Trump's appeal against a decision by the state of Colorado to stop him from the election in the state. The case is to be heard next month, and what the court decides will apply across the U.S., which votes this year to choose a new president. Lawsuits in some states are seeking to disqualify Trump over the charge that he tried to incite insurrection during the U.S. Capitol riot 3 years ago. The legal challenges depend on whether a Civil War-era constitutional amendment makes Trump ineligible to stand as a candidate. Former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is the latest to figure in the Jeffrey Epstein trafficking case, as court documents are unsealed. According to the document, Clinton was one of the 13 specific witnesses mentioned by Epstein's victim, Virginia Giuffre. The documents are related to a lawsuit filed by Giuffre, who said she was a victim of trafficking and abuse. Earlier documents linked Clinton's husband, Bill Clinton, and another U.S. ex-president, Donald Trump, as well as UK's Prince Andrew. More than 180 documents, including depositions, legal briefs, and email chains from the lawsuit, have been released since Wednesday. Epstein, a sex offender and financier, was found dead in his prison cell in 2019, and his death was declared as suicide. The hockey team from the Czech Republic arrived in Jharkhand state to a warm, colorful, and traditional welcome in the east of India. The International Hockey Federation's Olympic qualifiers are scheduled to begin next week at the Marangomke Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium in Ranchi. A dance show greeted the players as some of them joined the performers and appeared perfectly in step with the tune. The visiting players looked delighted at the grand welcome accorded to them. The team arrived at the Ranchi airport and will remain in India till January 19th. Those were the top stories at this hour. Do join us, same time Monday, and have a great weekend.